Medical school gives you clinical knowledge, but not always the life and professional skills that you as a student you need to thrive in a competitive job market once you transition from school through internship to the vast market space. In this particular video, allow me guide you in exploring the skills that will set you apart as a medical student and also as a professional once you transition from the rest. And this will give you a cutting edge, especially when you're looking for opportunities. Once you're done with your internship, you begin the job hunting process. The skills I'm going to cover in this particular video will come in handy to help you be at your cutting edge. And we begin first by the reality check that we face in the medical space as it is currently. We have a high rate of unemployment. And by that I mean there are many qualified professionals out here who are yet to get an opportunity to put their skills into practice, especially those who have just come out of the internship, the 12-month mandatory government internship. And also, we have high rates of underemployment. And by this, I mean people are employed, yes, but the amount of money that they're paid as compensation may not be commensurate to their skill set. And this we define as underemployment, especially among healthcare professionals. And it's important to note that degrees alone are no longer enough in the job market. Degrees alone are no longer enough, and you need skills that go beyond the classroom. You need skills that go beyond the classroom, and this is what will give you the competitive advantage that you need to stand out among the many people that are looking for jobs out here. Now, as a student, top on your list, you should have communication skills as that go to skill that you need to build, you need to develop. A great doctor, a pharmacist, a nurse, a medical laboratory scientist is also a great communicator. If you can't explain health simply, you can't create impact that you're supposed to create out here in the market space. Explaining complex medical terms in simple language is one of the things that you can begin learning how to do, and that will help you sharpen your communication skills. Also, look at public speaking and presentation skills. Sharpen your public speaking and presentation skills. It will come in handy, especially in opening doors for you and getting roles out here, as I'd mentioned, in a space or in an environment where opportunities tend to be scarce. Also, look at patient counseling and empathy as one of the skills you need to learn under communication skills. Learn what empathy is all about. How do you communicate empathically? How do you ensure that your patients, when you're counseling them, they get to receive the message that you're passing to them and actually follow through to ensure that they take their meds as they're supposed to, they observe diet as you've advised them to do, and also simply following your instruction as their healthcare provider. The next skill set that you need to consider to have is digital and tech skills. It's important to note that digital health is the future. And of course, it's the present because it's here with us. And COVID-19, the pandemic, it showed us the need for tech savvy medics who can adapt quickly. And that should, of course, point to you that it's a skill that is needed in the healthcare space. And if you want to stand out among your peers, go all out to learn digital and tech skills. It will come in handy to give you the cutting edge that you need, especially when you're applying for roles after your internship. And under digital and tech skills, some of the skills you can consider to look into include telemedicine and digital health tools. Very, very important. We have data analysis and health informatics. And you may not necessarily go to the deep end of data analysis and health informatics, but even the basic skills with regards to data analysis and health informatics will give you a cutting edge. And also, thirdly, under digital and tech skills, you may consider looking at AI, artificial intelligence, and how to use digital platforms for patient engagement. Really, really key. That is under digital skills, digital and tech skills. Let's look at the third set of skills, and this we refer to as research and writing. And when you talk about research and writing, whether you're in academia, policy, or clinical practice, research skills will make you stand out as someone who contributes to knowledge or the body of knowledge and not just consume it. And when you look at research and writing, you're looking at how to read and critique medical literature. It may appear as basic as it is, but that is what can make a difference between two people who have applied to the same job, but one has research and writing skills and the other one doesn't have. And my hope is that when that time comes and you find yourself in such a scenario, that you'll be the one who has research and writing skills because you took time to invest it while you are still a student. Writing proposals, grants, or articles also very, very key. Take an interest to understand how a proposal is written, how are grants written, how are articles written. Very important. Also check on how to turn data into publishable content, how to visualize data, how to create stories out of data. Very, very, very important. And that skill will give you a cutting edge. The next set of skills that I want us to look at is entrepreneurship and business acumen. Of course, when employment opportunities are scarce, it means then you need to look inward and bring out that skill that you have or that drive that you have to bring solutions to problems that are in the market and self-employ yourself or begin business ventures. And that falls under entrepreneurship and business acumen. Check the basics of healthcare entrepreneurship. What drives healthcare ventures? Understand pharma, how it works, understand insurance, understand health systems, how they work, understand how to run a private practice or health startup. It may come in handy. Not every graduate will land a government job. That is important that we understand. And business skills will help you create your own opportunities. The next set of skills that I would like us to look at is leadership and teamwork. And it's important to understand that healthcare is a team sport. You can visualize a team sport, how it happens. And strong leaders and collaborators are always in demand. And if you've honed your leadership and teamwork skills, then you stand out from the rest and you can easily be picked for roles um, after your internship. And how do you then gain leadership and teamwork skills? In school, you have student professional bodies. Participate in leadership engagements in those student professional bodies. It helps a big deal to hone your leadership skills. Personally, I was involved in pharmacy student professional student leadership engagements while in my undergraduate, and it to a greater extent shaped who I am today in terms of leadership. Also, under leadership and teamwork, one of the skills you need to hone is project management. And there are projects that these student professional bodies run. And through these projects, let's say organizing student symposium or student conferences, through these projects, you'll be able to hone your project management skills, and that will make you stand out when it comes to interviews, when it comes to going after roles after your internship period. Negotiation and conflict resolution is another skill that you'll get when you engage in leadership and team leadership, student professional student leadership association engagements that come through such bodies. You'll get to learn how to negotiate for let's say sponsorships for conferences, sponsorship for symposium, sponsorship for activities that that particular body is organizing. You learn conflict resolution. One thing I'm always certain about, where we have two people, conflict is bound to happen because we're human beings. And when you're in leadership, you learn how to resolve conflicts that happen amongst the people you are leading or even amongst leaders. So feel free to engage in leadership engagement activities through the student professional bodies, volunteer to serve, and through that you'll hone your leadership skills. The next set of skills is networking and personal branding. Very, very important. Networking and personal branding. Network opens doors degrees can't. Networks will open for you doors that your paper can't open. And it's important that you build your LinkedIn and a professional presence in your social media. Build your LinkedIn and also build your professional presence through your social media platforms. Find mentors and professional associations that can offer you an opportunity to network and also build your personal brand. And of course, showcase your skills beyond academics. Out there, showcase your skills beyond academics. Very, very important. The next set of skills and the last one in this particular video is the financial literacy. I read somewhere that medics are among the highest earning professionals, but when it comes to money management, they're doing badly. Not all of them, of course, but a majority are doing badly. And money management is rarely taught in school, yet it dictates your peace of mind as a young professional. It's rarely taught in school, but it dictates your peace of mind as a young professional. And how you manage your student loans. In Kenya, we are given what we call HELB or early career salary, the one that you get during your internship, will tell you a lot about your money management skills, your financial literacy, and if you need an upgrade of the same. Scout for short courses, enroll in those short courses on financial literacy, and they'll go a long way in equipping you with skills that you need to manage your money properly. Budgeting and personal finance, very, very important. Learn how to budget. The little that you have as a student, if you're able to budget on it correctly, then it's very much possible to transfer the same budgeting skills to the match that you'll get as a professional. Let nobody lie to you that once you get big money, then you will know how to budget. If you haven't practiced with the small that you have currently as a student, then it will be very difficult to manage even that bigger salary that will come once you begin working. So begin building the discipline of budgeting, begin building the discipline of saving while you're still a student. Invest your savings and build wealth. Learn about investment, learn about wealth building, learn about circles, learn about bonds, treasury bonds, that is, learn about shares or stocks, learn about all forms of investments that are available. And once you get your money, begin building wealth. And that brings me to the end of this video. I believe that the skills I've shared will come in handy to equip you for the life that comes after you undergraduate. And I have a final takeaway for you. And this is a quote that goes this way: medical school trains you to save lives, but extra skills will help you build a life worth living. I'll go once again. Medical school, it trains you to save lives, but extra skills will help you build a life worth living. Thank you so much. Please feel free to engage with me in the comment section. If you have any question, please drop it there. I'll be able to respond to it. And thank you once again. Remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel and click the notification bell so that once I put up a new video, you'll be notified and you can catch up to pick the nuggets that I'll have shared. Thank you.